one of them's in, Washington, D.C., and they've gone to Florida, and they've never come to Phoenix. And I have that on my radar because I used to blow up Derek, the host, like on Twitter, and be like, you guys need to come to Phoenix, because I wanted to tell the story of Winnie Ruth Judd. And I still think that would be awesome, but they're not doing it in that format around the locations so much anymore. Now it's like a theme.
Okay.
Like they had one that was sort of like scary stories, and then they had 3 drunk hosts, and they were sitting around a campfire, and a lot of the stories were ghost theme related.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like what they do with the, the acting out, the way
the reenactments.
I like the part. It's fun.
It's pretty funny. Good times.
Yeah. What were you reading that you finished?
Oh, it's a collection of short stories by Miranda July, who's one of my favorite performance artists, but she's also a writer. And I've had it for a long time. The name of the collection is No One Belongs Here More Than You.
Yeah.
I've read selections before, but this time I was like, okay, I'm on a plane. I'm just going to read all of them in that order. I thought of this because I also have on my shelf The First Bad Man, a novel by her, and I haven't read it. And I believe that one was adapted into a movie. I haven't seen the movie either. So that'll be probably end of summer reading for me.
Gotcha.
But the book I bought at Book Corner in Niagara Falls, New York, was Hard Times by Charles Dickens.
Oh, really?
Because I just saw it at random, and I've always wanted to read it, and it was $1. I'm like, yeah.
I don't think I've read much Dickens outside of Christmas Story.
Oh, really?
Christmas Carol. Yeah. I don't know. His writing is not appealed to me much.
I like Dickens. I tend to go to classics more than new releases.
Really?
Yeah. My mom was an English teacher. That's probably why.
I mean, I've read my share of classics. I tend to prefer contemporary fiction, though.
Yeah. Well, maybe I should try more often, because I'll be like, Hard Times, and people are usually like, yeah, I never read that, or I read it in college and I don't remember anything. Yeah,
I mean, Nick Hornby is always talking about how much everybody should read Dickens. A good chunk of one of his collections of essays for The Believer is about his love of Dickens.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't want to write like him, because he'll spend like a whole page that's just a description of like this one brownstone. You're like, ugh. I like it. I appreciate that, but I don't want to write that way. I don't know. Maybe Nick Hornby, he has a point that you can learn from.
Yeah, well, because Hornby doesn't write like Dickens at all.
No.
I mean, it's like I really love Stephen Milhouse's work. He gets very, very much into the details of things and describing things, and I would never write like that. It's just not my speed.
Yeah, so
but I can enjoy it.
Yeah, to appreciate things, appreciate that, but know that it's a different style.
I have been managing to finish some. I finished Chris Difford's memoir.
Oh, good.
Which as a Squeeze fan, I enjoyed. As an editor, I wish he'd spent more time on it. I finished Springsteen's memoir finally, and not because I wasn't enjoying it, but because I was mad at it for a little bit. Because I mean, he's actually like a really great writer. I'm sure some of it has to be done in the editing, but he's a great storyteller, and it's very, I don't know, he gets really open about his struggles with depression, which is interesting to read also.
Wow.
Yeah, and like he's had some pretty big crises, and which you don't think about somebody like that, especially with the persona that he has in live settings and who you see, not congruous with that at all.
Wow.
But it was really well written. And then I read Deanna and I did a book exchange, and she gave me this book called Some by, I'm not going to remember the author's name right now, but it's
S-U-M or
S-O-M? S-U-M.
Okay.
And it's like 40 40 like mini stories about the afterlife.
Whoa.
And it's just like these little philosophy shots that for anybody who's read Einstein's Dreams or things like that by Alan Lightman, where you kind of, it's fiction, but it's very much like make you think kind of stuff. And that was really good. And it's perfect for if you just have a few minutes. Like, it's a good bedtime book too. If you're tired, you just read a few of those.
Start to doze.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I gave her Anagrams by Lori Moore. Have you ever read that one?
I haven't.
That's a fantastic book. But I'm reading for limited engagement because I'm going to interview the author, REM, The Early Years.
Oh, cool.
By, his name is Robert Dean Laurie. I think that's right.
Oh, I want to look for that one.
And he's local. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we had talked, I met him at Desert Nights Rising Stars, and we talked there about him being on the show, and then I happened to see the book at the Phoenix Changing Hands on their table by the music and art area, and I was like, oh yeah, and I bought it and started reading it. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I like that. I've read one other book that press has put out. It's a music press, and it was the book on the Go-Betweens. That was really well done as well.
Nice.
But yeah,
I'm setting a reminder for REM The Early Years.
But I think that about wraps it up for me. Anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, I'm getting ready to go back to school. School is going to start.
Yeah.
I just have this Boston trip as my last escape, and it'll be okay. It's just that I just got assigned a bunch of English 101 classes, so I'm going to have to read terrible essays again. My boss was so apologetic too. He's like, I know that you want your load to only be journalism. I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah. But if they're not going to make and I need to get paid, I guess I'm teaching English 101. But I hope this is the last year that happens. Yeah. Anyway, so, and maybe I'll be creative and find like good literature to have my English classes read and then write about, because that would be more fun for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could do that. Yeah. So aside from that, I mean, yeah, my travel season is winding down and I'll just be around here a lot.
Yeah, I don't think that I have anything else planned to go do, really. Probably not. I don't know. I might be... Who knows? I've got a few more things kind of before the end of the year, but that's out of ways.
Yeah, projects coming up. All right.
Cool. Well, smell you later. Peace out.
Yeah.
Later.
Don't drink and drive. Watch your kids around the pool.
Yeah, something like that.
Happy summer. This is the saddest ending to the show.
Yeah, it just rambles on. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
This has been a Hoon Waddle production. If you enjoyed this podcast, why not check out one of our other fine podcasts available from hootenwaddle.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any number of podcast apps. If you'd like to support Hoot and Waddle and get access to an exclusive member-only podcast, receive discounts on merch, and more, go to patreon.com/Hoot and Waddle.